Coach JT, man. Do me a favor, please leave a like in the comment sections. Subscribe to the podcast. Let me know what you think. Yeah, definitely tap in, subscribe, share the show. Appreciate you guys, man. Had a dope show yesterday as we continue to honor and celebrate Women's History Month. On this Monday midday episode, something different for me, but trying to get in when I can, but also keep providing some dope content. So let me jump right into it. My guest today was born and raised in Oklahoma City. 2005, she relocated to the Bay Area and immediately started modeling, appearing in fashion shows, magazines, several music videos. Soon after, she started landing roles in independent films and stage plays. Her biggest accomplishments were a Honda commercial and the opportunity to perform at the that word right there, Edinburgh Theatre Festival in Scotland. She has established herself as a talk show host for the entertainment show Off the Hook TV. She has also interviewed entertainers such as Bobby Brown. Hey, that's one of my faves. Blair Underwood, Smokey Robinson, just to name a few. She also hosted many galas, open mic nights, parties, and luncheons in the Bay. Recently, she launched her platform called Ascending with Toni Rochelle. She believes that the platform Ascending presents people and energy that prevails through the struggles and continues to rise, thrive, and prosper. Moving on past pain and hurt, still helping to build community, and overall obstacles will help healing and wellness in the community. She loves the Bay Area. She loves experiencing life in Oakland. Help her come up with the stage name Pretty Toni, which is what she's known by for now all over the Bay Area and nationwide. Oakland is home for her, and she loves her community, and the community loves her back. She has been called a community activist. Look out for this star. She is on her way to the top. Again, none other than Toni Rochelle. Thank you for being here on this Monday midday episode.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Ooh, I got through it. I got a resume on it.
That was good. That was
good. I appreciate you taking time out today. Again, being the work schedule, things that are going on with you as well, being busy, but also just being active, right? But so again, this show right now is definitely branching out to people all over, but Oklahoma is a place that, I shout out to my boy, Darnell Jackson, D-Box from Oklahoma, Kansas City, went to Kansas University. He was the actual NCAA champion. He's from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Shout out to D-Block, man. But tell me about growing up in Oklahoma.
Ooh. Let's see. It's country. It's flat. It's friendly to a certain extent. I'm from a little town called Shakota, Oklahoma, which people probably will never hear about. But if you've heard about Muskogee, Oklahoma, then you probably know about Shakota, Oklahoma, because they're right next to each other. But Oklahoma is very small. Everyone knows each other. I grew up in foster care from the age of 8 and aged out of the system when I was 18. And so there's a lot of good memories about home, but there's a lot of memories that I don't care to bring up or remember or want to even think about. And so when I turned 21, I was ready to get up out of there. And I left and I ain't never went back. I mean, I do go back to visit family every 2 years or so. But that's definitely not a place I would want to move back to.
So in saying that though, like just us being in adulthood and being, just working and providing, but you can't get to the success without the struggles, right?
Right.
Got to go through things, the adversities. And you jump right into it. So I'm just going to go there a little bit with it, but just as far as being able to adjust, because I have a lot of friends, or I call him, one of my close brothers, he was in the foster care system, but he didn't get on my auntie early on, and it changed his life for the better, right? As far as that part went. But and we're in a space now where mental health, again, people talk about it too. It's out open, it's verbalized, it's visualized. But during those times for you, if I'm saying not examples, but just how tough was it to maintain and just be, because you started early, you were in the system early. So how tough was it on you just to maintain until you got that opportunity to leave through those years, adolescence to like high school years? How much was it on you as a person individually to get through those times?
It was extremely hard and rough and difficult. But I ascended through it because God was putting little angels around me each and every time I was moved from one home to another home, one school to another school, some kind of way. Even though I was like always the new kid at a school, there was a teacher or somebody that was paying attention, at least one person. And I was grateful enough to get some really nice foster parents. I was blessed enough to get some really nice foster brothers and sisters as well. So I gained a big family. But the struggle of just like being in the system, people judging you, moving around from home to home, not getting the proper education that I deserved, people just pushing me forward. I've always had a good personality, and I'm gonna say that because I've been hearing that my entire life, and so that's kind of what got me through life, I think, because people gravitate towards me, to me, you know, naturally, and so I think that's what got me through. But it was rough, counseling, like going to court, seeing your mom in and out of the prison system, not being able to see your biological parents, you know, just having a stigma over you, a title as a foster kid. People already just judge you, and they throw you away. And so a lot of times I was suicidal. I was I was dealing with depression and anxiety, you know, and I was rebellious. And I was a runaway. I was a runaway. If I went to a foster home and I didn't like it,
gone out of there.
I should have been dead a long time ago, because in Oklahoma, we have a lot of the big rig trucks, you know, like on 880. And so back in the day, I'm telling my age, because back in the day, I used to go like this, you know, like I need a ride because I'm running away and I need to get back to the city. Because for some reason, they would always take me to these country
homes or whatever, placements, like
so far away where I think because they knew I ran away.
Right.
So it wasn't easy access for me to just get up and go.
Right.
But I put myself in some very dangerous situations so many times, just trying to escape from where I was at. And every time God had me.
How in the midst of that, finding the good homes, or when you would say God kept you safe, though, were those moments where you had to like sit down and kind of, was it those moments where you sat down and kind of something came over you, that feeling, or somebody else was like, hey, you know, you need to be doing this? Was anybody trying to navigate that space with you and try to keep you safe outside of yourself?
I kind of kept to myself a lot. I never talked about my feelings. I was very good at like holding everything in. And I know this is not good to live your life like this, but I was a kid, but I would hold everything in and then wait for everything to explode. And then when I would explode, I would explode. I would do something drastically, like just stupid and dumb, you know, rational. But again, I did still have like the caseworkers, you know, the foster parents, the counselors and stuff, but they were all white, you know, and so I didn't trust that either. Like I just
being able to relate is crucial for us. We feel a little more better if they, you know, a little like-minded or like color or something else. But that definitely, especially, I mean, you say back in the day, I only telling our age. I mean, yeah, it's definitely seeing how the system has worked then, has progressed now.
And I don't want to say color.
Yeah,
I did say what I just said, but I don't want to put it all on the race.
Yeah,
because it starts with people. The heart. It's the heart of what you do. It's the heart of helping people. It's the heart of caring about people. It's the heart of seeing someone else ascend.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
That's what's up. So you persevered through those early age, but at what point did you feel like, okay, I got to go far west? Like, what was that? Because I mean, you passed over you passed over some little land getting out here to California. What was that transition like in your time, or what was influential, or what made that like, okay, this is my next move?
I've always been a daydreamer. And I knew I always wanted to like be somebody else besides Toni. And so that's why I've always wanted to be an actor. That's why I wanted to get into acting, because I was like, you know, if I could play this role, I ain't got to be me. I ain't got to worry about myself. I ain't got to worry about my problems. I'll be free. And so I couldn't figure out how I was going to get that freedom in my life, because I just felt so trapped being in Oklahoma with all the memories and the trauma. And so I I knew I was going to leave Oklahoma, but I thought I was going to end up in like Texas or something because that's only 3 hours away.
A little closer, a little closer.
But I was like, I want to be a movie star. I want to be a movie star. I want to be on movies. I want to be on TV. I want people to know my name. And I'm not like sharing this with people. This is how, I was saying this to myself. I was writing it, like saying this. But I didn't know how I was going to get out. And my cousin, she was like, let's go to Tahoe for your birthday. And I was like, where's Tahoe? She didn't say California. She said Tahoe. So I'm like, what is Tahoe?
Yeah.
And so we had planned a trip to come to Tahoe. And she was like, we're going to go to San Francisco and Oakland. And in my head, I thought San Francisco, Oakland, and LA was the same thing. Don't judge me.
Everybody think, no, you're not. Everybody think California, think LA anyway. Like they don't think NorCal.
I blame Tupac because he confused me, okay?
Right.
But so I didn't realize I was coming to actual California. And so when we got here, I came for my 21st birthday for Black Ski Weekend. I went to Tahoe and was kicking it with all the Black folks. And then we ended up coming through Oakland and San Francisco. And I was like, something in my spirit was like, I'm moving here in 6 months. I was like, I'm about to move to California. And I went home and I told everybody and I was excited and nobody believed me. And I was like, I gotta go. And the rest is history. I had to get up out of there. That was my escape. It's kind of like something was presented to you and you got to take it and go now.
Made that move. So and never visited except for that one time, right? In that passing, never came before then. You decide to leave. As soon as you get to the city, what's on your mind? You got to find somewhere. What's going through your mind at that point? Because it's busy out there. It's busy out there, though.
I'm a hustler, and I was scared to death. First of all, I didn't even know. I was like, am I in China? Because I had never seen so many Asian people in my entire life. I ended up in San Francisco first.
Yeah.
So I had never, it was a culture shock for me. The culture shock for me. And then the way that the buildings were all stacked up together so closely. I'm like, people gonna be able to hear our conversation. Like there was no parking lots. I was just like culturally like messed up. I had a bunch of parking tickets like the first couple of weeks. So
all right.
Because I'm not a morning person. I wasn't getting up to go move my car every 2 hours.
Get them boots on your car like Martin in a minute. About to get them boots on the car.
And so I was introduced to the Fillmore district when I came here, which I didn't know that was the hood or the projects or the get. I don't know what people refer it to these days, but I wasn't tripping. I was fine. But I'm a hustler, so I just started. I was like, I gotta get work because I thought I had $2,500 in my pocket. I thought that was gonna last me for a minute. That is.
Frisco, you might have made the whole week. You might have made the week. Shoot, I don't know. It's the money different out there. It's definitely costly.
But yeah, I ended up getting a job. I ended up getting a couple of jobs in retail. I applied for Kaiser Permanente because I was a medical assistant.
Okay.
And I had no idea the politics about Kaiser Permanente out here. Like I just was applying for jobs. And a friend of a friend knew someone that worked at Kaiser and was like, you should apply right now. But I had put that application in the first year I lived here and they didn't call me back for 2 years later. So I wasn't even thinking about it. And I wasn't hella anxious to like go work there because that wasn't like my dream or nothing.
Yeah.
And I remember listening to KBLX. KMEL.
KMEL. Yeah.
Love y'all both, by the way. But I remember listening to My Emotion and Chewy Gomez was there at the time, and they were talking about a model call. And I was like, a model call? Like, I've never heard that before. Coming from Oklahoma, like, that was kind of cool to me. And I was like, okay. So I think I ended up going to the audition. And I really didn't have any desire for modeling. But when I got here, a lot of people would ask me, are you a model? You should model. And I always thought you had to be really tall to be a model. And so that never crossed my mind. But people were like, well, you should model, and then they can get you into acting. So I was like, okay, I don't even know how to walk, but all right, let me just try it. And so I went to an audition, and I ended up meeting a group of people. And, the Bay is small. And so, like, I started networking with people and just starting finding out like the modeling world. And from there I started doing like fashion shows and photo shoots, and I had never done any of these things in my entire life, and it was fun, and it was going and going, and then as soon as I do one thing, something else will come. Then I was new to the city too, so people had
New
never
face
seen
though.
me.
Yeah. New face.
And during the midst of that, I ended up getting scouted by this TV station called VJ TV. Shout out to Rockefeller. And that is the person that actually named me Pretty Toni. Because he was like, you are so pretty. And I was just like, I never had that type of confidence before. And I was like, naming me Pretty Toni sounds sounds
something you can hold on to. You
all that.
Oh yeah. To
and
put that
I
on
had
your name.
no idea, by the way, I had no idea that was a pimp's name.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't even go there with it. I got you.
That's how square I was. Okay. I was
square.
21.
I hear you. So that's good. But also, it's kind of, you're betting on yourself at this point. What fear did you have though? Because I know, like you said, what type of fear? Because it's like I said, if you've never been to Frisco or actually walked them streets or walked downtown, it's a lot.
I seen drug addicts on the streets. I seen needles. I seen prostitutes. I seen guys that look like pimps in my opinion. I seen homeless people. I've never seen none of that kind of stuff in my entire life. Like we have homeless people in Oklahoma, but it don't look nothing like what I have seen. Even even all the things I named, we have all those things there, but it's not exposed to you like that.
Right.
You don't walk outside from your apartment and then make a right in there, bam, right there in front of your porch.
Right. Yeah. That's definitely something. Yeah.
And I was scared of the hills here too.
Yeah.
I kept thinking my car was gonna run.
Yeah, the brakes.
Oklahoma's flat.
You gotta have some good brakes in the city for sure. That's what's up. We're gonna get to the acting thing real quick, but I'm gonna give a shout out to again some people who've been rocking with me with the show, man. My cousin's out in the Bay, actually, Young Athletics, man. Shout out to him. If you guys looking for a trainer, he's in San Leandro, Bay Area, Oakland area, man. Tap in with him, man. He's been looking out for me since I've been rocking with this podcast, and tap in with him. He's Young Athletics on IG and our place here in Sacramento. If you're looking for events, weddings, parties, whatever you want to do, bar mitzvahs, do it all. Full kitchen, everything. Dope place located in Old Sacramento. It's all Black owned as well. And this is year 1 in our place. Go headed for year 2. So y'all tap in, man, or find them on Facebook and Instagram. You guys can definitely, plan your event over there. So you get this opportunity, right? You take advantage of it. Is it something that you said you wanted to do it, but now to get the opportunity to do it, what was on your mind? Like, okay, I have to make this. This is my shot, or I'm just going to try stuff out. Or you was like, no, I'm going to get this done. Because sometimes you got to go to more than 100 casting calls. I don't know. You may get called, may not get called back.
The acting didn't come. The modeling came first.
Okay.
And then the hosting came next.
Okay.
So I went right from modeling to becoming a TV spokesperson. They called me the VJ TV. They called me the VJet TV. That's what they called it. And so I didn't know what that meant. But they gave me a microphone. They put me in front of a camera. I had a stage, and it was just happening quickly. And I was terrified because I had a big secret that nobody knew. And because of that secret, I was like, I can't do this, what they're trying to have me do. And they started giving me the training on, becoming this VJet. They even took it to the extreme and did like posters and stuff. And it was like, they did this huge poster. Like, I'm no lie. It's like as big as a wall. So as soon as you walk into the studio, bam, you see Pretty Toni. That was intimidating to me. And it was me. Because that means I had to live up to some type of potential.
Yeah.
And mind you, I'm in this new state, this new city. Nobody knows me. I only know the secret. And so it's like, it's tearing me apart. But anyway, I ended up leaving that station and going to a whole nother station called Off the Hook TV. I'm sorry, RTV. The station is called RTV. And they gave me a show called Off the Hook TV. Now the difference from when I went there, I got one-on-one training to be a host. And shout out to Matthew Griffin. Shout out to Leonard Stevens. Shout out to RTV. And shout out to everybody that used to watch Off the Hook TV. Off the Hook TV was just like a miniature 106 in Park. We used to do red carpets, interview the stars, the celebrities. We would go around to all the biggest parties in the Bay and interview people, do red carpets and things like that. So that's how I started in the game.
Oh, so you was around a lot of people. You was around a lot of people then. It was busy.
But I had this Southern accent.
It was different though, too, though. They liked that, I'm sure.
Yeah, but sometimes people couldn't understand what I was saying.
Gotcha.
And then I have something that's called dyslexia. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was my secret. Mm-hmm. And so with dyslexia, you kind of learn a little different from other people.
Right.
So as I'm getting trained to be this host, there was words I couldn't pronounce.
Right.
And then I would want to cry about it. Like I was embarrassed about it. Mm-hmm. And so like when the producer would talk to me, sometimes I just want to cry, but I had to hold it in. I'm good at holding stuff in. Mm-hmm. But then I got to make sure my face is right, because if something's wrong with me, it's on my face. But then you're holding the mic and you got to be in front of the camera. It was rough.
I understand. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Did you, through those times, outside of yourself, did you rely or have any support for anybody to help you to get through that? Or is that you just did, that was something on your own? You worked your way through that. You managed that on your own.
So because I was trying to get out of my way of being embarrassed about this dyslexia I had, me and Webster was really great friends, because remember back then they didn't have social media or Google or Siri to tell you how to spell something. Mm-hmm. So I would literally look up words. You know, I would literally try to learn new words weekly. Mm-hmm. You know, I would try to read as much as I could, and I would just pray, because I didn't know how to make myself. What it was is I was dyslexia and I just didn't know how to read. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to speak properly. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I was shifted around so much that I missed those phonics, mm-hmm. those little bitty things that I needed for my language.
Yeah.
And my first language is English.
Right. Yeah.
But I didn't even know English because I don't know how to talk.
Right.
Yeah. And I was always constantly building myself up with just trying to read the dictionary. And then when Siri, when the phones came around, then that helped save my life.
Right. That's what's up. Just not stopping though either, right? Persevering through all that. Because anything, people you got one or two ways to go. You can quit or you keep going. So
and holding in the secret the whole time. I'm not
tough.
Telling everybody this every time they encounter with me. I'm just trying to thug it out.
Yeah. For sure, and overcoming that, but still producing, right? Because you got to talk, you got to speak. You're in a profession now where you're in front of people all the time, right?
And there was no cue cards for me to read, so not only did I have to use this,
no prompts,
I had to press this and use this at the same time.
That's what's up.
Do you know how difficult that was?
Yeah, I believe it.
So that was really acting for me, because I was pretending to know everything and I didn't know nothing.
That's what's up.
But I was teachable. Because I wanted it so bad. Mm-hmm. I wanted it. I wanted somebody to teach me, to just tell me what to do so I could do it, so I could be better.
Right. That's what's up. That's good. All right, real quick, I'm gonna throw some pictures up here. You give me some information behind the picture, or what your thought, or what event you were at, or wherever that. Nothing like that. I got you. We're gonna start. Let's see. This event right here. All right, let's see. Where you at? What was that? Oh, also, I see that. I see, you know what I'm saying? I see that you got the colors going right there, but just give us a little background behind this shoot or this picture right here.
That is Toni Rochelle, aka Pretty Toni. I am one of the signature models at Spoil Boutique, which is located in Emeryville, Oakland, California, Brentwood, California, and San Francisco, California. Shout out to Mika and the whole Spoil Boutique family. That girl is Black woman magic. She knows how to make me look beautiful in anything that she puts on me.
That's what's up. Let's get to the next one. All right, here we go.
Oh, that is my lane right there. That is Toni Rochelle, and I was co-hosting at the company is Both Sides of the Conversation, and I was the co-host for that event and I was doing interviews. So what we did was we brought the Asian community and the Black
Mm-hmm.
community together, because as we know that it was a lot of Asian hate going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to come together and break bread and fellowship with each other and bring community into one place and let people know that this could happen this way if you
Mm-hmm.
make a choice. And so I had the pleasure of there talking to community, being in community, fellowshipping with community, and just enjoying what I do. Just like I love hearing people's stories and what's going on in their life, and just I was doing my thing.
Yeah, definitely. All right, one more.
That's the platform.
Yeah.
That is the platform. Keep Ascending. That is my baby right now, besides my babies. But this is the platform. Keep Ascending. Ascending means to rise, to thrive, to keep pushing, to keep going, no matter what comes in front of you. Life is hard. It is hard for rich, poor, Black, white, male, female, human. It's hard. And I acknowledge that it's hard, because my life has always been hard. Even when I got out of foster care, I thought that once I conquered that, I said, God gonna let me have a great adult life. No, it just kept getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
And that's what life does to you. But just because it gets harder and harder, we can't stop at that step. We got to keep going, because if we don't keep going to the top, we don't know what's waiting for us.
That's true. That's what's up, for sure. All right. At the end of all of my shows, though, so in basketball, we call it triple threat. You can dribble, pass, and shoot the ball. I'm sure you know. I seen the gym a little bit, so I don't know if you really know a little gym terminology. That's called triple threat. But to end the show, I always ask all my guests, give me your triple threat. 3 things that if somebody's to meet you, to meet Toni, Pretty Toni, what do you hold your hat on, or keep your, hold to your heart morally or whatever? Give me 3 things that you can put your stamp on.
I am powerful.
Okay.
Joyous.
Powerful,
and
joyous,
responsible.
and responsible. That's what's up. Powerful, joyful, and responsible. Also, get everybody know where they can find you at social medias or your shows at. Got to shout it out real quick. Go ahead.
That's what's up. Hey, what's up? I'm Toni Rochelle, aka Pretty Toni. You can follow me on all platforms at Pretty Toni 7. Instagram, Facebook, Toni Rochelle, the number 7. And please visit my website, Keep Ascending with TR.com. And if you want to be a guest on my show, if you have an extension of a story, if you have ascended through life, if you have overcome, if you have thrived, you need to come sit with your girl, Toni Rochelle, and tell me how you have ascended. Because remember, when you tell your story, you're going to get blessed. If you can just touch one person from your story, hey, we rocking this world, y'all. Keep ascending.
That's what's up. So, and I make sure I'm always going to tag her on all the posts, tag the shows, tag all the socials. So y'all can make sure y'all follow and just tap in, hit the message, hit the like, subscribe to the shows, and tap in with us as we just continue to grow our platforms and doing things together. And now we cross ascending, right? So everybody's cross networking, tapping in with each other. So you never know what to come. Again, I appreciate your time. Not a problem. I appreciate you made this happen on, what I'm saying? We had some technical difficulties on both sides, but that means ain't nothing gonna stop us. We're gonna make it work. So, and we're here. We live, we clear. And I appreciate you again. Wishing you nothing but the best, continued success. And what I'm saying? We'll tap in soon.
Thank you so
much. Hey, y'all heard it first from Pretty Toni, Coach JT, Coach 94 Feet with Coach JT, and Miss Pretty Toni. We out. Peace.